start the show. If you find it annoying, you really should go. You can stay. This is the way we start the show. The show. The show. Hello, 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 hello. From Buffalo to Alamogordo to Sacramento to New Mexico to Hello, everybody. Hello, people of planet Earth. What is happening? I'll tell you what's happening. It's Thanksgiving.
Woo!
Yeah, well, tomorrow. Thanksgiving, or people that are alone in the world, Thursday. It's just Thursday for them. Oh my God, that's so sad right out of the gate. Which is part of the message. Go somewhere and help some of those people. There's lots of places you can go for Thanksgiving to make it better for people who don't have family to come to their house and ruin their lives for a couple days. But first, hello. This is Working From Home episode number 96. 96 hours of horse shit. 96 hours for you. If one of those bottles should happen to fall. Episode 96 of Working From Home. I, of course, am Ben Bailey. The giggling that you hear from the side over here, which has come from the same place as far as you guys are concerned. That is the lovely and talented Miss Emma Gleason, who's laughing. And those are, yes, indeed, folks, real-time laughs in the room.
Mine are, yeah.
Yours are, yeah. Well, theirs are for them, too.
Right. The other ones I'm creating with my fingers over here.
Those ones, yeah. Oh, yeah, the group. She can manipulate a whole crowd with just a touch.
I'm quite a good tickler.
She's pretty good at tickling, folks. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. You don't know that. No one that ever said that really knew that. You heard it here first. I heard that shit weeks ago. Weeks ago, I heard that shit. But I was here. You're right. I was here weeks ago, and I heard it. Yeah, I wasn't saying now. I was saying you heard it here a while ago first, before you heard it. Is this all too hypothetical? It's too hypothetical for me, and I'm the one who is saying it. Isn't that strange? Yes. Yeah, it's Thanksgiving, everybody. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. We almost didn't do a show, and then we were like, we have nothing else. There's nothing else in our lives. Let's do the show. We said we were going to do it, and Sparky got all upset. Started howling, hello. Hello. Dude, is she behind you now? Who? Emma? Yeah. She's always been behind me. She's kind of been in the same place the whole time. It is I that moved.
Well, you know what?
She's off to the side, if that's what you're asking. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. And this is a first. That is a movie quote that was put out by a viewer. But we're going to do it.
I think I threw that one out there one time.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Here's the shitty part, though. Since you're putting it forth, I'm allowed to play. So I'm going to ruin it for everyone because I knew it. I'm not. I won't. Oh, somebody got it already. Anyway, Wizard of Oz.
No.
Wizard of Oz. I heard a rumor. I don't know if you guys heard this rumor about the Wizard of Oz. That if you start the Wizard of Oz at the same time that you start the Pink Floyd album "Wish You Were Here," and you watch them together, starting from the same moment, they line up.
That's
bullshit, is what that is. There is no fucking way that is true. I don't know who. People were so high one day they were watching.
Yeah.
And they were like, let's do it together. And then they just saw, oh my God. Can you imagine, though, what it would take to create an album, a classic, amazing fucking album like that,
God.
In time with with a movie that was old even then?
Wow.
I mean, that'd be pretty fucking phenomenal. but bullshit.
Dude, did you know if you turn on Pink Floyd Wish You Were Here and you start it right at the same time that you start The Wizard of Oz, you can't really appreciate either one of them because you ruined them both by playing them together because one's a movie and one's a fucking album, you dum-dum. Did you know that? I bet you didn't know that. Did you know that?
Yes, crazy, dumb pothead guy that I just made up. I did know that. I, in fact, told you that. You heard it here first, you son of a bitch! You could say almost whatever you want if you deliver it well. Son of a bitch. It's a lot better if you sing bitch like it's from an old opera. You son of a bitch! Well, that was actually kind of nice. Could you do that again? No, I was talking to me. People would have appreciated that, but I looked at you, so she was like, what did you want me to do again?
I thought you meant the singing. Did you mean when I hit the laugh? Just at the perfect time?
Listen here, you son of a...
There you go. I did it again.
Nice, babe. You son of a... You son of a... Wrong way again! Damn it! Let's do a drive-by, folks. It's early, and people, let's be honest, people have been drinking all day. Oh! She's bouncing tonight, folks. It's for Thanksgiving. Cash Cab Drive-By, for those of you who are just tuning in. You missed 95 episodes. Where have you been? But welcome, just the same. Cash Cab Drive-By is the portion of the program where you, the viewer, take a sip of whatever beverage it is that you are currently consuming. It's also the part of the show where I do fun stuff with this little cab that's going by. And I hope you guys like it. It's the Cash Cab. Yes, Thanksgiving is upon us, folks. It's the day that you take a moment and give thanks, feel thankful for the good things that you have in your life. And I think people should do that. Like most people usually can come up with at least one thing, like, thank God my family doesn't stay with us year round. Thank God we have 3 bathrooms. You get together with family and you push each other's buttons because you can't help but do that, having installed those very buttons in each other. So the first word you say, I was like, oh, what do you want them to do? And then, it's shit show. Then everybody's so full, they're asleep and farting, and there's some football game on, maybe, but really it's all about socks and unbuckled belts. Oh, what have I done? Oh, is it possible to eat yourself to death? I think it is, honestly. For dogs, anyway. Or people that have a lot of fucking food. How awful is that? There's people starving and other people are like, oh my God. I ate so much it almost killed me. And someone's starving. The irony, it's amazing. I'm literally in the exactly opposite situation. I don't have any food, so it's killing me, and you have eaten yourself to death. Surely we could have met somewhere in the middle and figured this shit out. Wait, you mean you have twice as much food as you need? Well, that works out perfectly because I have nothing. And by the look of you, half of what you eat is going to be more than enough for me. I know there's people out there, I can hear them right now. They're like, are you talking about communism? Sharing food? No, you dumb. I'm making a joke about trying to make light of people starving and people gorging themselves just mere feet from each other. Mere. Have you ever seen the feet of a mere? They're very small. A couple of mere feet away from each other. I'm getting very blue. Doesn't seem like I have to go back that far to get very blue on the sides of the head tonight. I'm so blue, and my head is so small now. And now, oh my God. Oh, what a difference. Holy shit. I'm sorry, that was a little bit terrifying. Hold on, let's just... I have shrunken and I'm turning blue.
And you turned into Grover back there.
Whoa! Did you guys see that? That was some crazy shit. Crazy. I saw a thing online referring to the possibility to take a virtual tour of the Anne Frank house. And I just, the irony of that it's like now you can experience what it was like to be hiding in an attic from the Nazis in the comfort of your own home. From wherever you might be. This is fantastic. I feel like we're really there. Why? Why do you want to do that? I could tell you what it was like. It was fucking quiet. Somehow that goes with this bit. I read an article the other day. Okay, headline. Because nobody really reads the articles, you just read the headline and then you come to some really horribly wrong conclusions about what the article might say, and then bring it up in conversation anyway, like you know what you're talking about. But it said that the byline, or the headline said, artifacts from the Titanic to be shown for the last time. And I just thought, well, that's ridiculous. Like, what do we... Surely there's a room somewhere where we could put them where people can still look at them. What are we going to do with them? We're just going to put them in a room in a box? Like, people went to the bottom of the fucking ocean to get that shit. Now you're just going to throw it in a closet? You might as well throw it back in the fucking ocean. At least have a little respect. And they're like, oh no, sorry, 2 more times. We're going to look at them 2 more times. And then we're going to make them into something else. That actually would be a reasonable thing to do, I would say. In my humble opinion. I got nothing. I don't have a humble opinion. There's nothing humble about it, understand? Don't you look at me that way. I see you looking at me, all of you. I, in fact, don't see any of you. I never have. Maybe one of you. In a giant pipe tent in Pennsylvania. I think I saw you there. I think I saw you. It's pretty fun performing in pipe tents, I gotta be honest. You stand up there, it's very flattering. You think, somebody had a great idea. Hey, instead of rock salt for the highways, comedy. Oh, I love it when I make you laugh, babe. I really do.
Me too, baby.
It's fantastical. It makes it so much better. It's episode 96, you guys. Holy shitbags. 1,966 million minutes. It's not true. Oh, there's another movie quote. People are throwing them in.
Oh, nice.
The ship can't sink, sir. She's made of iron. If that doesn't give it away, this will probably help. Iceberg! Right ahead! People are like, Jumanji? Is it Jumanji? Like the second one, there was ice in that one, wasn't there?
iron floats so well, right?
Iron, yeah. That makes me think of. I had a guy. He came and inspected the pool. When you purchase a home place, it has to be inspected. Somebody has to come and make sure that you're not getting screwed and buying an absolute crapper, a lemon, right? Although, if life gives you lemons, at least you got some lemons, right? Isn't that what they always say? So yeah, they're doing the inspection. If there's a swimming pool involved, then you have to have a special person who inspects swimming pools come and check out the pool. Right? So yeah, this guy come and check out the pool. Been there for about 40 years at that time. And I said, "What do you think?" And he said, "If you flipped it over and dropped it in the ocean, it would float." I was like, What? The swimming pool, if we picked up the giant slab of concrete that's embedded in the ground here, and we turned it over and threw it into the ocean. So if we were like the Iron Giant or Gigantor, and we just flipped that thing over and flip, it would float. And I had to say, no, it would not. I don't think you fully understand the physics of this. Maybe if you carefully placed it, you just very made sure that you had some air in there and But isn't it easier to just say it holds water? It's it's a fucking water. It's a big tub. It's supposed to hold water, but would it hold air underwater? I don't know. I don't know about that. That's what we really need to find out. If I fill it with helium, would we float away together? Oh, it was a funny moment because he had no idea. Like, I'll put something like this out into Ben Bailey's brain, and my brain was like, yum, 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 blah. No. Here's 27 things that are wrong with that. If you flipped it over and threw it in the ocean, it would sink to the fucking bottom because it's a big piece of concrete that's really open on one side. There is no chance you could float the pool, is what I'm saying. If you're out there and think, I could row around in it like a boat. No. What is it you're saying over there?
Wouldn't you just take that amount of air to the bottom of the ocean? Underneath?
No, the air would just go bloop. It would have to be so perfectly balanced. Maybe that's what he's trying to tell me. He measured the thing from one end to the other. It was perfect.
But like if something's heavy,
if you flipped that thing halfway over and stood it up in the park, you could perform a acoustically perfect concert. But it's a swimming pool. I just need to know how it functions as a swimming pool. I'm not looking for other really bizarre uses for the giant chunk of concrete in my yard.
just in case you don't want to use it as a pool.
If you don't want to swim in this thing, be a hell of a boat.
Concrete boat.
Boats are not made of this stuff.
Shit, but it has to be shit. You couldn't.
Be a nice boat or like an amphitheater backing. If you're gonna perform outside, you could make like a really big statue of the Virgin Mary and put it inside it. Some people do it with the little tubs. I figure you could do it in a pool. You'd have the biggest Mary around. Can we swim safely in the pool? I just want to know if we can swim in the pool. If you got that thing to the top of a mountain and you put skis on it, You could put your little fucking dog on the front and shoot down that mountain like the fucking Grinch on Christmas Eve, baby.
Why would there have to be snow first?
What?
Can we swim in the pool?
If you could... Stop.
Oh, God.
I had another one. Don't you think I was out of them? I had another one. You sons of bitches.
You have another one of those uses?
Yeah.
I have to hear it.
I don't have another one. That's all I got.
Sorry, I called you bluff. Oh, this stuff's too funny. You gotta tell me another one. Oh my God.
I'll think of another one though. I think that bit might be a keeper.
Oh,
She might be a keeper. Once in a while, somebody just says some shit to you that, you know, when you're still thinking about it, weeks, months, years later,
yeah.
there's some stupid little thing that somebody said. There's another guy here. He came to service the generator.
That's some weird guys.
It's a cast of characters for sure.
Yeah.
One guy just listed with a big happy smile on his face and a happy-go-lucky chuckle, just listed some of the most horrible shit going on in his life that I've ever heard a person unload.
Yep.
But the whole time he was like, ha, 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 taking pictures and laughing. And then he left. We were like, oh my God, what just happened? It's a whirlwind of emotion with a big smile on it. But no, the guy, that's a different guy. The guy that came to service the generator, first of all, he was very unhappy with my treatment of said generator up to this point. You just left it like that for a year? Poor thing. It's a machine.
And it belongs to you.
Yes. Well, no wonder she conked out. Like, she didn't conk out. She's fine. Oh, well, you're lucky she didn't, the way you've been treating her. Would you like to just talk to the generator directly? I feel like I'm getting in the way here. But he goes, you know, he started talking, then he opened up to me. He realized that I was a guy that he knew from the television, and then he was excited, and he started telling me all the other famous people and where they live, like down to the house. I'm like, dude, I don't need to know Peter Dinklage's house number.
Oh God.
Stop! Why? What are you?
Not cool.
And another, he started naming other people and literally telling me exactly where they fucking live.
Wow.
And then he goes, yeah, do you remember we started talking about movies and stuff? And he goes, do you remember, he goes, this is what he goes, you're a little bit older than me. Do you remember? And I was like, what? I thought he was like 10 years older than I am, you know. He goes, you're a little bit older than me. You probably remember, whoa, hold on. How fucking old do you think I am? More importantly, how old do you think you are? He might have been like a young guy that didn't look well.
Yeah.
Maybe he had his skin condition. I don't know. But I hope he hasn't gone and started telling other, you know. Luckily, I think he only tells other famous people.
Right.
It's kind of an interesting thing that people do.
Some famous strangers stand up.
Well, if he meets one famous person, he tells them where other famous people that he knows live. Not that he knows, but where he knows where they live because he worked at their house. One of them, an actor, a nice guy I've heard from others, and a great actor who's been in lots of stuff, a guy named Andre Braugher. You know him from all kinds of stuff. You would know him if you saw his picture. He's telling me his address, and I'm like, I don't want his you shouldn't be telling me his address. And he goes, yeah, I took my mom over there to see him after. This guy like went to his house and brought his mom back, and was like, look, see, there he is. He's like, what the fuck? He goes, yeah, he wasn't too happy about that. I'm like, yeah, I bet he wasn't.
Jesus, yeah. Yes.
You're only like 7 or 8 years older than me, right? You probably remember. You look pretty fucking old. Maybe you remember. Do you remember Prohibition?
Andre Braugher from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is of late. Yep.
I know him.
I was going to say Men of a Certain Age is
Yes,
what
that's
you would
what
know
I,
him from.
yeah. I know him well from that.
Which is a fun series. We enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really like that.
With our friends Mr. Ray Romano and Scott Bakula. Which is actually pronounced Bacula, like Dracula, which is so much cooler than Bakula. But there's a story behind that. I was once in a limousine. I was on my way from London to Hogwarts School of Wizardry and Witchcraft. Sorry, I always leave that part out. I really was going to the place that where a lot of the exterior stuff and some really amazing old buildings and things that are used in Harry Potter. And we're in the limousine on the way up there, and we're talking. This is a British comic and I, and we're talking about Quantum Leap, the old show Quantum Leap, which I thought was a great show, starring none other than Scott Bakula.
Nice.
Which I say, Bakula, and he laughs. He starts chuckling. It's Bakula. It's Bakula. It's not Bakula. You know. I'm like, oh, okay. And he was pretty sure, and we laughed about it a while. He's a nice guy. I depicted him in a very unpleasant manner there, but he's a nice guy. But so years later, I got to ask Mr. Bakula himself, and I figured rather than actually ask, I would just call him Bakula and watch him go, "Oh, hey, it's fucking Bakula." So when I met him, I said, "Hello, Mr. Bakula," and he said, "Yep, that's how they say it where you're from." Just kidding. Like he knew the Brits called it Bakula when it's really Bacula, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's a great show, Men of a Certain Age. Check it out if you can. There's some great stuff in it. It's highly entertaining. I recommend it. Yeah, you know, that's really all I had to say, folks. Good night. Happy Thanksgiving.
Well, that's 30 minutes worth.
Oh, really? Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was about 8 minutes. It felt like 8 that felt like 30.
I still have a ton of stories when you...
It's time for the news with Emma Gleason. Is that what you want? Is that what you meant? Let's do a drive-by. I'm sorry, we're slacking on the drive-bys, folks. Take a drink! Woo! Oh, yes, happy holidays, everybody.
Do you want another round?
Yeah, let's do it again. That's one thing you can always do. It'll make you feel a little better. Just dance like a fool for a minute. It's hard to keep a straight face and feel shitty if you're dancing around. Keep that in mind, folks, through the holiday season. And enjoy the peace and quiet. There hasn't really been that. I mean, it's leaf blower season here in New Jersey, and there's hardly a moment when there's not a blower. Like, we had about an hour total that we didn't hear blowers outside in the last week. Like, I mean, it's just constant.
Yeah.
And as soon as the leaf blowing is done, Christmas carols. Is there no relief from the noise? We need to write a Christmas carol. That's what we need to do. That is my retirement plan right there. Write a Christmas song and collect on that shit every December. You probably wouldn't get your money until, I guess, mid-January, but you know what I mean. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna write a Christmas carol, right, babe?
Mm-hmm.
We figured out. She's like, yeah, it's on the list.
It's just, I mean...
She's like, why don't you change the fucking sheets first? Before we start fixing the world. Little bit of shit broken around here. You want to maybe look at some of that? I made a list for you. Remember? There's always so much to do around the house. You could never get to it. I remember going into my aunt and uncle's house and there was ceiling fans or lamps or light fixtures or something sitting by the door. And I was like, "Hey, are you getting ready to put up some new light fixtures?" My uncle. And he goes, "Oh man, those have been sitting there for years." And I thought he was kidding. Until I myself became a homeowner, and then it was like, no, that shit can sit for years if you don't get to it.
Yeah.
Not that it matters terribly, but get to the stuff is what I'm saying. Get to the stuff, pick up your room, clean your space. If you're feeling frazzled and all over the place, clean up your area. It all comes back to kindergarten, preschool. Clean up your area. All right. Now we did a drive-by and we squeezed a few more minutes of craziness out of me. And now it's time for Emma Gleason's Weird News Report.
I don't like this music as much.
I know you hate this music. Do the other one then, it's fine.
See? Doesn't everybody feel better with this music?
I like it. I find it pleasant. Staccato strings. It's time for the news with Emma Gleason. The weekly weird news we do once a week. It's time for the news. All right, have you got some weird, wacky,
I do.
weird, wild, wacky news story for us this week, babe?
I have a bunch of them. This one.
Show her some love, people. Show her some fucking love. I want to see those hearts.
Hey everyone. So this one is a hangover from Halloween time.
A hangover from Halloween. Wow, that's
Not a hangover, but
like a leftover,
I've
like
had
a
it, yes,
spillover.
since back then. So I feel
Oh,
like
okay. I
should,
see. I see what you mean. Sorry.
I should. Well, I guess it's not just Halloween. Anyway, I will stop mumbling and get into it.
It's time for the news with Emma Gleason.
Okay, so this is a singer-songwriter named Brocadi.
Okay.
I want to say Brocade,
Brocade.
but it has an R in there.
Brocade.
Yeah.
That's where the R is before the D.
Yeah.
Brocade. Okay. What's up, Brocade?
She revealed.
Oh, it's a lady.
Yeah. She was on TV. She did an interview, and in the interview, she revealed that she is in love with a Victorian ghost named Eduardo.
What?
Yeah, kind of unusual. She
Wow.
really threw the reporters of the morning show that she was on.
Okay. Did they ask her more questions about it? Like,
Yeah. He.
that's a pretty dumb question. No, they just skipped right over to it. They were like, "Oh, that's great. So you're here to promote the book, right?"
What kind of music do you do?
I'm in love with a Victorian ghost. Oh yeah? How about these muffins?
Tell us about your dates. Yeah, Eduardo.
Eduardo.
I was going to say 35 years old, but I guess if you're a ghost, like, he died at 35.
He died. Yeah, I guess. Okay.
When he fell down a well, she says.
Oh my God.
And they asked, like, how do you know what his name was? What his name is? And she said, well, he told me. But he first came to her on a night when she was having a tough time sleeping, and made the whole room really cold, and then introduced himself to her, and whispered, "I love you," in her ear. And she says he proves himself by blowing out candles and leaving steam hearts on the shower walls.
Steam hearts.
Yeah.
Interesting. And then she was able to finally get to sleep after that.
Yeah.
Really?
I guess.
I was gonna say, if you're already having trouble
She
sleeping,
didn't talk about that.
and then a
night
ghost
specifically,
introduces himself to you.
But she just seems very comfortable with him now comfortable enough to like talk about him on national television. This
Yeah, I
was-
guess.
This was in the UK.
Does she like
Um,
wear warm clothes? I guess when he comes around.
I guess maybe yeah. She
I
was
feel like
such a big-
Eduardo is a known. I feel like this is somewhat familiar to me somehow.
Oh yeah.
This guy Eduardo.
Yeah, and she said.
Hi,
he's-
Debbie James Bannock. She's saying hi, and so good to see you. Good to see you too.
Nice.
We can't see you.
So and he's like grabbed her arm or taken her arm, she says, and appears as a burning sensation in her heart.
Appears as a burning
yeah, I don't
sensation.
know,
He
that's-
does.
Yeah, I guess that's how she knows he's there. She thinks,
That's heartburn, lady.
and
That's,
then she thinks she's glimpsed him moving through the darkness in her bedroom.
wow. But how when he introduced himself, did he did she see him or it was just cold and
No, she.
I don't know if you have all these
Sorry,
details, but you
sorry.
know
Ask us, what were you saying? Has she seen?
when he introduced himself to her, does she say that she could see him then or no?
She said she glimpsed him.
She glimpsed
I didn't
him.
get to watch the interview. Like I couldn't
Right.
get it to. So I'm just. This is the reports of it. Yeah, but she hasn't said she's like seen him, but she's heard him like say things. But yeah, she says her biggest fear is that he'll expect too much from me, and kill me. So I'm a spirit too.
Well, I guess that makes sense in a way.
And then apparently after she talked about him on the morning show, he ghosted her.
He doesn't talk to her anymore.
Yeah, he just disappeared.
Well, there you have it, folks.
Um,
If you have a ghost, just tell everybody, and that ghost will go the fuck away.
yeah, so
He ghosted her.
yeah,
I like it.
he just disappeared on her, and she thinks that he was like furious with her because she went public with the romance.
Wow.
How could you know if he's?
What did he say about it on his Twitter account?
But she was hoping to lure him back on Halloween with scattered rose petals and candles.
Okay.
And may even cook him some typical Victorian dishes to win.
That
him
she herself
back.
really enjoys, just totally out of
And
coincidence.
I couldn't find any follow up to that.
What's her name? Brocade?
Brocardi?
Brocardi.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to hear about your breakup, Brocardi. It hurts. It hurts when love goes away.
Oh no, I think that was a miss. Well, actually, this says brocade on the.
Brocade. Isn't that
internet.
like
Maybe.
some form of arts and crafts?
Yeah.
Brocade. Where you make necklaces out of little things on a string, which is what necklaces are.
Some form of decorative something. I can't remember.
Oh, I think it's some sort of decorative thing as well.
Yeah, someone out there will know.
Brocade.
But she looks like the kind of.
Sounds like a place where dudes go to hang out and play games. You guys going up to the Brocade?
Yeah, it's spelled two ways, so I don't know if it's brocade or brocardi.
It's a brocade. Sorry.
Anyway, I thought that one was like
Anywho,
quite interesting.
that is very interesting. Wrong way again. I'm in love with a Victorian ghost. His name is Eduardo, and he makes it cold. And he left me when I needed him the most. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody! Thanksgiving is a wonderful holiday for everyone except for turkeys. Turkeys are like, fuck!
Oh yeah.
You killed my whole family! We often see the turkeys. We often see some of the wild turkeys right around this time. You know, why do they come out? Because they're nervous. They're like, hey, look, we don't want any trouble. We just want to walk up and down this hill and eat stuff for the rest of our lives.
Or maybe just to remind us where they come from, where the meat we eat comes from.
Yes, just from the wild, not from the store.
Which is like, yeah, turkeys are a real thing, not just a food.
Turkeys are a real thing. Well, I think we have some phone tech issues coming on here. Like we're running out of
do we?
juice on a couple of the phones. They were not charging, and they didn't get fully charged. But so I think we should do a relatively short show tonight,
Okay,
so
yeah,
that
we can
we
have
just
a
wrap it up
short shift.
before one of the phones dies.
Okay, babe.
Because two of them are giving me those warnings. You know, they're like 20%, 10%. You're like, oh, I got plenty of time, and then it just goes. Pew. Fuck! So yeah, obviously Thanksgiving is a holiday that's upon us. Are there any other? Okay, good. We've got some
it
other
was-
weird, wild,
I
wacky
thought it
ones.
was a little obvious, and it's tomorrow.
Yes, yes, it is. Yes,
It's
quite obvious, and it is obviously tomorrow. Obviously,
I have use less stuff day.
use not useless stuff, but use less. It's useless stuff day. Like, wow, we got a lot of that. No offense, chicken. Use less stuff day. I like that.
National Taiwan On Day.
Taiwan on. Get drunk day.
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't it, some people are like, that's every day.
I think that goes quite well with
Every day's Taiwan on day.
Married to a Scorpio Support Day.
Oh shit.
I didn't.
Is that a real
know.
one? Married to a
Didn't know
Scorpio
there was
Support Day?
Such a thing. Yeah.
Why would you need that?
Oh dear.
Why would you need?
Oh my goodness. I was like, oh wow, okay. I like that.
Yeah, well, you need it. You need a day off to go, oh, the crazy fucker, he never forgets anything. Okay.
And
Married to a Scorpio day.
yeah. Alice Cataldo?
If you're in a relationship with a Scorpio, do not cross them. They will never forget it.
Never.
So who said this?
Who said? I said Alaska Towel Day.
Alaska. Oh, I thought you were saying someone's name, and you were going to say something that they said, like Alice Catallo. Alaska Tallow Day. And
Yes.
is there some explanation?
It's a funny celebration based on the Alaskan mascot, the Alaska Tallow, a cross between a moose and a walrus.
How have I gone my whole life not knowing about the Alaska Tallow? It's a cross between a moose and a walrus.
Yeah, on this day we can be happy and funny and soak in some Alaskan humor and culture.
Oh, okay.
They say, as a state, Alaska is quite laid back and easygoing. I do feel like I'd be so easygoing if I lived up there.
It's not really suited. You are not suited to that environment, baby.
I'd be running around going,
It's a
the
bit.
cold is coming!
It's a bit cold and snowy. A walrus and a moose. I feel like I've seen a picture of the Alaska Tallow, but I never knew what it was. That's fantastic.
Pretty
I've
cool,
been
eh?
I've been up to Alaska a couple times. It's a good place. I used to go up there and vacation at California Beach. That's a real place. That's not where I was. I was in Anchorage and Seward and Kenai. Beautiful up there. Didn't see a fucking moose the whole time I was there, let alone a walrus moose. I mean, the coolest thing I ever saw, man.
Well, we can celebrate it by
Alaska Tello. I love it. Everything but the name. It sounds like a cheap cologne. What is that? Are you wearing Alaska Tello? Okay, well, is there more?
and Fibonacci Day.
Oh, Fibonacci, the numbers with the pattern. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. Fibonacci Day. How about that?
Yeah, it's a pattern that continues to influence math and technology today.
Not to mention design.
Yeah,
Yeah. Fibonacci sequence.
yeah.
Interesting stuff. If you don't know what that is, check it out online. I'm not fucking telling you about it.
But I will say that, like, it's a sequence.
It's a sequence of
It
numbers
goes
that
1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and so on.
right.
And it's used in computing, stock trading, architecture, design, and it shows up everywhere. Once it was discovered, they were like, "Oh, look, it's everywhere in nature. It's in flowers.
It's amazing.
It's in DNA and like hurricanes. So they use it in like predicting hurricanes and all sorts of stuff. They say it's nature's secret code.
Nature's secret code, yeah.
Pretty cool, right?
Super interesting stuff.
So interesting.
And if you draw it out, it's like an expanding spiral.
Pretty darn
Very cool stuff. All right, and is that it then? So,
Yeah.
what are they? Let's go through them one more
I'm only
time.
going to give you 5.
Yeah, well, that's about all I can
Yeah,
handle.
that's a lot. Use less stuff day.
Use less stuff day.
Married to a Scorpio support day.
Married to a Scorpio support day.
So then you National Taiwan on day.
National Taiwan on day.
And get so drunk that you see an Alaska tallow
Alaska tallow.
and Fibonacci sequences everywhere.
Right. I like it. You're writing it for me too now. It's fantastic. Want to come over here and do it?
Oh, I was just trying to help you with
I'm just
a
kidding.
memory thing, but
Oh,
yeah, I
no.
didn't.
Oh, no. It's
All
all right.
right.
It's all right.
I wasn't even thinking of that. Okay. All right.
It's okay, man. It's totally okay, yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, oh yeah, I was
For
born ready.
Sunday.
This weekend, pick one thing and use it all day because that's use less stuff day. So you should use less stuff. And if you're married to a Scorpio, we feel for you. How do you shack up with that son of a bitch? It's your day for support. Now go out and get drunk as fuck because it's Taiwan all day. Now go up to Alaska and see if you can find a walrus and a moose and tell them about the Fibonacci sequence and how it's affected his life. Because it's Sunday, Sunday, Sunday! Oh my god, I think that was the best one ever!
Oh, that was so much fun, folks. I guess that's it for episode 96. We got to tell you guys a few things. The charities are up there. They're in the feed as usual. Looks like some people made donations on Instagram, totaling $10. Thank you very much. That might be as many as 100 meals to people who need them as soon as tomorrow. I might be exaggerating that a little, but I don't think so. We are ready for donations on Facebook. Nobody donated on Facebook. Shame on you. Guys, have a great Thanksgiving. If you are in the Boston area this coming weekend, I will be doing live shows at a place called Laugh Boston, which I've heard great things about. It is in the Weston Boston Seaport.
So you could come, like, get a room, come to a show.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to be out doing live shows again. If you guys are up in the Boston area, please come. The
Friday
weekend,
and Saturday.
that's Friday and Saturday night, 2 shows each. The weekend after that, I will be at the Jukebox in Peoria, Illinois. And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, I'll be in Davenport, Iowa the next night, Sunday night, at Rhythm City Casino Resort. Davenport, Iowa, I'm coming for you, baby! I'm coming to Moline! Quad Cities Airport, man, look out! So yeah, live shows coming up. Lots of good stuff coming up, including a very special episode 100 of this here program that you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be, like, amazing. It's going to be like a whole new awesome thing, okay? It's the big new show, and it's coming soon. Guys, have a great holiday. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next Wednesday. Let's juggle some fucking chickens!
Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Bailey.
I just knocked my beer off the stool, and the beer flipped over and landed right side up. I wish I had a video of that. See you later, suckers!
Happy Thanksgiving!
Bye.
I can't get this one to end.
Look, it's Emma. She's not so small after all.